May seem like I'm fooling around, but there's a reason.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Why, thank you, Kelly. So when you start the game, you get 4 dossiers. Professor, Archangel, this is Convict, and this is Warlord. And after you complete those 4 missions, you get a new mission, which is kind of tricky. So if you do some side missions in here, you get some bonus XP, some credits, get some resources, you can get more upgrades. That can make your life a little easier. Also, yeah, the extra squad points may help. The Fathar system. We had an email about that earlier. So Karar, it's a rock planet. It didn't mention the actual numbers you need. If you have all the DLC, then to research everything you need around 35,000 EZO, 200,000 Iridium, 275,000 Platinum, and about 196,000 Palladium. Try to get it all in one sitting and it's going to drive you crazy. So just intersperse it in between missions. Or use Jib to give yourself a bunch of minerals. I've done that many times before, actually, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I don't need to demonstrate that I can scan planets to myself. Anyway, Lorek, it's a habitable world circling a red dwarf, was Asari, annexed by Batarians. Blurb about a ice cap mass may cause axial reorientation over this next several million years. On side mission planets, you get like a little compass needle pointing to a beacon. Or the anomaly. Fire a probe at it. Go back to scan. This one has rich results, so find some good deposits here. Not going to show a lot of planet scanning. I haven't decided whether or not I'll just use Jibbed or scan planets off of camera. Something. Might scan them off of camera. That way the credit loss will be similar to what you would experience if you do it yourself as well. Credit loss from probes. Purchase. Not that that matters a lot. Credits are going to be a little bit different if you end up using Metagel, because I'm going to try to not use Metagel and get my extra 100 credits from every first aid station I come by.
Launching probe.
Alright, that's enough of that. So land. Take Garrus and Miranda so I can talk about Garrus a little bit. First, Adrenaline Rush, I can get the last rank. There's 2 evolutions. Heightened is your burst damage evolution, 1.4x bonus. Well, basically 140% in the BSN math. Time dilation is 70%. Good for low magazine weapons, single shot weapons. Good if you need more time dilation. Hardened, you have damage reduction on health, so 50% less damage taken. It's a decent choice. It's an all-around choice. Good for positioning, good for your durability, and decent for large magazine weapons. I'm just gonna take it. Miranda, I'm working towards area overload. Warp 3 is fine. And then Garrus, he's got concussive shot, which is mediocre. It's basically a knockdown power with a bonus damage to barriers. The radius isn't too good when you upgrade it. And the cooldown time is 12 seconds. It's not really worth your cooldown most of the time. Overload is his best power. We're going to go ahead and dump points in it until we can get to area. Good against shields and synthetics, so a lot of people pigeonhole Garrus as a synthetic squad mate, but that's unfair. So many shields in this mission. If you want a defense stripper, he's fine. And then Turian Rebel, his passive gives you power damage bonus, so that helps with overload damage when you're light on tep upgrades. He's got sniper and assault rifle training. I'm going to use snipers on him, the Mantis, for instance. Since it's single shot, it limits his incoming fire. The high damage per shot helps mitigate his squad mate penalty a little bit. So switch him up. I'm gonna use the Vindicator mainly, which has the same multipliers as the Avenger. I don't think I mentioned that. 1.25x. And also the Eviscerator. Since Garrus's power set's simple, I'm not going to put his powers on the quick bars. For now, I'm just going to use Q and E. Mainly be using Overload. Throw the squad and cover back here. You can run up here. You can probably make it. There's concussive shot knockdown. Alright, what I want to do is be up here, though. I wanted to be up here earlier to block the spawn, but I didn't do it.
You're dead.
Whoops.
Weakening their integrity.
There was a little concussive shot damage on that barrier. Knocked me out. Get more enemies if you're not blocking the spawn. Elbow of Doom. See, yet another Solarian and another Asari because I screwed up the spawn block.
Let's finish you off.
Affirmative.
So shot melee. Light on thermal clips because of those extra enemies and crappy shooting. Bypass this safe. What is this? Resistor. And this is a crow's foot. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. This is a ground symbol or earth symbol. If you're some people, maybe. I don't remember all of this stuff. It's been too long since physics class. I'm gonna throw them into cover here.
Taking
Literally
cover.
throw them.
Grabbing cover.
If their backs towards the cover, they're in it correctly. So security logs, we can see that they got a Cerberus agent, Tyrone Rollins. Captured him, interrogated him, didn't get much. Alright, now bypass this door to get the next little phase of the mission. I don't know what the little C is supposed to be. These are capacitors. And the crow's foot looking thing, resistor. You can try to stay back here by them. I'm gonna run up here to this little pylon. First one's come out of here. If you're a vanguard, you can charge over there and hide in that little room. You gotta hit him in the head with the Vindicator. Otherwise it's not. You don't have enough ammo.
Affirmative.
The squad to target this guy.
Hostile engaged.
The only bad thing about being back here is you don't block spawns, so you get extra enemies.
Easy enough.
Light him up. My pleasure.
Yeah, when you kill enough of the first ones, or if you run up there, sometimes you trigger the next wave. So you got a Vanguard. We had one of those a second ago. They like to warp. They've got an engineer who will use Incinerate, which can knock you out of cover. And he has a combat drone, which will also knock you out. So you need to kill the drone before it knocks you out of cover. Alright. Yeah, let's do. I'm gonna use Adrenaline Rush. Table dancing tart, what are you doing?
Attacking target.
Not a problem.
This guy's got his little machine pistol. Look how went up into that. My problem is, or part of my problem is I keep trying to get around cover and going back into it because I haven't been playing this shit in a while. You'd think that I would have caught on after all these missions already. Stupid Solarian.
I'm on it.
Right behind
Anyway.
you.
Jareth was more or less an engineer, but we didn't really see much of his power use in that previous encounter. Oh, show the useless thing. Oh, look, this little mission was on insanity. Wasn't all that demonstrative of much, except how to not block the one spawn. If your squad mates kill the guys before you do and you get caught on cover. How not to block the other spawns. Do as I say, not as I do. That's the theme of this one. So there's Rawlings, I assume.
This computer from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly.
Let's give it to the Alliance.
Data uploaded to
Get
Alliance
some
Command.
Paragon points. Rawlings found dead. Encrypted data transmitted to Alliance. XP gained. Whole 156. Got some monies. Got some platinum. Alright. We'll stop this one here and then do Firewalker, I think. If I can take it to get a drink. I wanted this as a screensaver, by the way. Somebody make that happen. Alright, see you in a bit.